Hey, good afternoon, Stampin' friends. It's 4 o'clock on Wednesday, and it's time for Tidbits with Susan. Now, I remembered today, and I thought I'd let you see my face. Even though my hair's sticking up straight all over, I don't know what to do about that. It used to need cutting every 3 weeks, and now it just doesn't grow at all. So, maybe that's what happens when you turn 75. I don't know. But I'm going to turn the camera down and try to get it even, and we'll get started. I'm going to turn on the light. Now, 2 weeks ago, I showed you the fractured, let me get one more out here. No, I showed you the fractured card technique, and I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. This is one that I made with a scene. This is from the One Horse Open Sleigh designer series paper that is in the online exclusives. So I've used Lost Lagoon and Pool Party, and it blends with these colors. Just a very simple card, and then room inside and light enough for you to write your sentiment on. So that's one way to use a scenery paper. Then one thing I wanted to figure out was how to do 4 different colors on the fractured card. So I discovered that you have to use it on a piece of cardstock, and then add your 1/4-inch strips. Hi, Virginia. Nice to have you joining me today. Then after you've added your 1/4-inch strips, you want 2 1/4 by 4-inch pieces of designer series paper of colors that coordinate or match, so that you glue those on the empty spaces. Then you're going to turn it over. Let me grab my scissors. And we're going to just trim off the excess. And you might even have a little scrap or 2 left over that you could use for something else. Like this green I would use for making leaves from the autumn leaves dies. It's kind of a dreary day here in New York. I think we're about in the middle 50s. I'm not sure. It was the middle 50s when I went out earlier. And here's another piece that I would save to use. Okay, there's all my scraps trimmed off. And then I can mount it on a cardstock of my choice. And I would probably use the old olive. I think that would be nice. So that is with all 4 places different, the fractured card. You want to make sure that you've got 2 1/4 by 4 to have enough room. So, just showing you that. I'm just going to save these. All right, so today we are working on this card. 70 and sunny. Oh, that sounds nice. We've been having miserable weekends or bad Saturdays, and then Sundays aren't too bad. But this is the card I'm going to show you today. You see this is lifting up there. The truck punch is back in stock on the online exclusives, so that if you wanted to make a card with that, there is that. Oh, and another loose corner. So it's I've discovered that some of these background papers you can stamp right on them. So first I'm going to put the papers together here. This is from the One Horse Open Sleigh papers, DSP, and this is from Traditions of Christmas. The back side is different antique Santas, which I really love, so I will be making a card with that, or maybe a display piece. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with that. So, but for now, I'm going to attach my DSP to my other DSP. And I've got one cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've got this lighter one is 3 3/4 by 5. Now I'm going to attach the ribbon before I put it onto the cardstock. This is the red and green. Comes in a dual pack, all set for Christmas. It's garden green and real red. Just want to put a little adhesive on the back here. So that my ribbon will adhere. And I'm putting it up about 1 inch from the bottom. You could go a little further. And now it's ready to attach to the card base. And again, this is garden green, scored at 4 1/4 and cut at 5 1/2, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, we're going to attach this to the front so you can see that red popping out there. Now, I have stamped the truck and then stamped the, colored it red with the other piece. This is from Trucking Along. This is the initial one that I did in black, and then this is the one I did with the red. Now I'm going to color the wheels. This is Pebbled Path. The outside of the wheel, I'm going to use the dark Pebbled Path. And the inside, the wheel hub, I'm going to use the lighter Pebbled Path. I got a little glue on here. Okay, now I'm going to punch. The punch, you can punch out the truck, the fender, the wheel, and the window. And you just slide it in from the bottom till you've got it right where you want it. I don't know why it keeps moving. Okay. Get all the little pieces out that I'm not going to be using. Now, just for placement's sake, I'm going to put the truck right here. because I'm going to, I guess I put them back. I did. I'm going to do the outline of the packages first. So that it looks like they're being carried in the back of the truck. But I want to get it spaced about right. Okay, and I have done that right onto the card base itself. I'll clean this off. And then I'm going to use the one that fills in the color. And that is going to be in Garden Green. Hey, Jennifer, you made it today. Me too. I'm so sorry about last week. When I realized it, I just couldn't believe it. Okay, now I need to get over top of this. Ah, not bad. So, like, I wanted that to be, the truck itself is going to be 3D. So I wanted that to kind of sit above. Okay, now we're going to put this on with dimensionals. If I can find what I did with them. Here they are. I'm going to put one over each wheel. One at the bottom and one at the top. So we don't have to worry about soggy middles here. And you could, if you end up without the punch, you've just got the stamp set, you could still fussy cut this truck out, which isn't really, yeah, Jennifer, a lot of us have soggy middles. Okay, and I don't want the truck to be floating in space, so I'm going to add a little ground. It'll be very subtle. In crumb cake. I think that's going to be a little crooked. Not bad. Maybe he's going up a slight hill. And then one more thing. Going to put the sentiment on. And again, we're going to stamp it right on the card front. This is wishing you a festive Christmas. Put it right about there. Okay, good. Now for this truck, we also could put a Christmas tree. We've got clouds. We've got a palm tree. The Christmas gifts. Potted plants. Sunflowers. Trees. You could put sides on the truck to hold your merchandise in, flowers, and I think that goes with the sunflowers. I'll have to try that. And then grass. So this is our card. I am going to make a bow. Let me put this away. And this garden green and real red ribbon ties real nice. Okay, we want to angle the corners so it doesn't fray, or angle the ends. Let me see if it does. Yeah, it would if you left it. Now I'm going to put a mini glue dot underneath to keep this in place. And then I'm going to put this on the back of the ribbon. I don't know which the back is. Oh, I'm reminded that the back is the opposite side of the front by my director, Lori. Okay, I think that these cards need a little bling. So I am going to look at what bling we've got available. Okay, there are some green ones, but they're not the right color green. We could use gold sequins. Not the right colors. I think it's not dressy enough for pearls. And that's more greens that don't match. Ah, snowflakes. There's an idea. And here's opal rounds. So, I'm going to let you vote on it. What would you like to see on here? The opal rounds, the snowflakes, or the gold sequins? Give you a chance to vote. Okay. Yes, bling is always appropriate. And I don't use enough bling, or I forget about it. So we've got to vote for gold. Gold sequins or gold snowflakes? Gold, okay. Again, snowflakes or sequins? Either, okay. Virginia, snowflakes or sequins? I'm thinking sequins. I'm just going to go with sequins. Okay, and Virginia said either is fine. Okay. Let me see where I'm going to put these. We're going to put a big sequin right about here. And then a medium. Right about there. And a smaller one. I don't know if it is really a smaller one. Let's put it in the middle of the bow. There we go. So there's a little bling on there. Let me do that on the first one that I made as well. Okay, there we go. So, yes, the sequins are the ones. Remember that we usually use an odd number, and 3 seems to be a good number, and put them in some sort of triangle orientation so it draws your eye around. So, that is our card for today. One of you will be receiving it in the mail as my gift to you for watching and commenting.
Hope it's me.
Please don't forget to share my video and like it. That helps me a great deal on Facebook Live. And we will see you next week with another version of Tidbits with Susan. Thanks. I'm going to tip the camera back up to say goodbye. Okay, who forgot I was in a different time zone? Oh, yes, it's 3 o'clock for you. It's 4 o'clock for me. So I wasn't going to change it so that it kept you at 3 o'clock, but I do talk about it being at 4. So it's good to be seen, Jennifer. I'm going to ask for a prayer. I have a prayer request for a young man who was involved in a ATV accident near San Antonio Saturday night, I believe. It's my pastor's son, and he has two broken pieces in his back, a lacerated liver, a number of bruises. In all actuality, he's lucky to be alive. So we're praising God for that. And he has now headed home to Idaho with his mother, who flew to be with him in Austin. So if you would pray for Logan for complete recovery and no further complications. Yes, he's a very lucky young man, and we're all praising God for that. Not lucky, it's a fortunate young man that's been blessed by God. So thank you for praying. I know you're both prayer people, so I wanted to share that, and with anybody else that watches the replay. So thanks for now. We will see you again next week. And if I could ever figure out another day to do this, I'd like to come 2 days a week. But I think we'll stick to Wednesdays at 4 Eastern time for now. So have a good day, ladies. Do some stamping this week that makes you happy. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.